Welcome to the Weekly Bat.
Welcome to the Weekly Bat for the week of January 17th, 2020. Announcement: Introducing sponsored images in Brave. Here's an excerpt from the official blog post. Today, we'd like to introduce Sponsored Images, the latest addition to Brave's private advertising platform. These branded images will appear in the form of large, beautiful background images within our new tab page. Sponsored images will bring additional revenue to support Brave's mission and give users a new reason to turn on Brave Rewards so they can get compensated for their attention. These images will begin to appear across our mobile and desktop browsers over the next few months. As always with Brave, sponsored images are private. Blog: The ICO's failure to act on RTB, the largest data breach ever recorded in the UK. The UK Information Commissioner has today announced that it will be taking no substantive action to end the largest data breach ever recorded in the UK. The real-time bidding data breach at the heart of our TB market exposes every person in the UK to mass profiling and the attendant risks of manipulation and discrimination. Regulatory ambivalence cannot continue. The longer this data breach festers, the deeper the rot sets in and the further our data gets exploited. This must end. We are considering all options to put an end to the systemic breach, including direct challenges to the controllers and judicial oversight of the ICO. Client updates. This week, the beta channel progressed to version 1.3.94 and the dev channel progressed to version 1.4.62. Brave team tweets. Gotta be brave to lead the way. Brave Samson says, Google just announced that they plan to be a little more brave in a couple of years. And Brave has a 6-year head start. Johnny Ryan says, Google says that in 2022, it'll implement basic privacy protections that, for example, Brave has had in place since 2016. Chrome has a lot to do to catch up beyond this proposed measure. Coming up at Enigma conference, our CISO. Brave Software tweets, great panel on browser privacy and what this means for the web at the upcoming Enigma conference on January 28th, featuring our CISO, Yan Zhu, as well as panelists at Justin Cha, at Tanev Hacks, at Eric Law, and moderated by at Leah Kistner. News you should know. This piece is from NPR. Study: Tinder, Grindr, and other apps share sensitive personal data with advertisers. A group of civil rights and consumer groups is urging federal and state regulators to examine a number of mobile apps, including popular dating apps Grindr, Tinder, and OkCupid, for allegedly sharing personal information with advertising companies. The push by the Privacy Rights Coalition follows a report published on Tuesday by the Norwegian Consumer Council that found 10 apps collect sensitive information including a user's exact location, sexual orientation, religious and political beliefs, drug use, and other information, and then transmit the personal data to at least 135 third-party companies. This next piece is by ZDNet. 50-plus organizations ask Google to take a stance against Android bloatware. In an open letter published yesterday, more than 50 organizations have asked Google to take action against Android smartphone vendors who ship devices with unremovable pre-installed apps, also known as bloatware. What a lovely word. The letter, signed by 53 organizations, was addressed to Google CEO Sundar Pichai. Signees say Android bloatware has a detrimental effect on user privacy. They say many bloatware apps cannot be deleted and leave users exposed to having their data collected by unscrupulous phone vendors and app makers without their knowledge or consent. Roaring fans. Jessica Peterson from Twitter says, in other browser news, if you don't use Brave, check them out and thank me later. Wink. Stephanie Embry says, finally tried Brave on my desktop. It is amazing, in all caps. Secure and easy to use equals pure heaven for a non-techie. Rayan from Twitter says, officially moving to Brave. So far, so good. VPI Steve from Reddit says, I hit 1,000,000 in all caps ads and trackers blocked this morning. Loving Brave. Steve, Rayan, Stephanie, Janessa, we love that you love Brave. Please keep using it. And as always, if you would like to read the full articles associated with the headlines that we cover on this podcast, be sure to check out the weekly BAT blog post linked in the description box below the YouTube video if you are listening on YouTube. Otherwise, just visit batcommunity.org. Thank you for listening. If you like these podcasts, be sure to follow or subscribe to stay up to date with the BAT community.